Now at 9, election season is underway. How you can get your voice heard now.
Ball State's backyard is ready for a revamp. Details on the university's plan to revitalize the village.
On Capitol Hill, a new leader looks to take the helm, who the GOP nominated as the House Speaker.
And the war continues on. New details in Israel's war with the Hamas and what U.S. leaders are saying.
Tracking some rain and some cooler conditions in my full forecast.
Delaware County's only live television newscast from Ball State University's Unified Media Newsroom. You're watching NewsLink Indiana.
Good evening. Thank you for being with us. I'm Tara Konieczny.
And I'm Amelia Winter. Today starts early voting, and that means Election Day is a few weeks away.
On this year's ballot, city positions like mayor, city council, and city clerk.
NewsLink Indiana's Anna Chalker joins us in the studio with what you need to know before you go to the polls.
Well, like you mentioned earlier, Tara, this is a smaller ballot and there are very important names on it. Results in the primary were pretty close, and we can see that again for this election. Now, voter registration ended yesterday, and around 73,000 people registered to vote in Delaware County. Now, over the past few years, registration numbers have gone down, and County Clerk Rick Spangler says a low voter turnout could determine the winner with close votes.
This election to me is one of the most important elections we have because it's an election where your vote can make a difference. A lot of people say, you know, I don't want to go to the polls, I don't want to vote because my vote don't count. Well, it really does in this, and if you think about it, with the lower numbers, we'll have races decided by maybe 3 or 4 votes. It could be that close. So your vote does count, and your vote can make a determination in who's going to be your mayor or who's going to be on your city council.
If you're heading out to the polls before November 7th, you will need to vote at the county building, and on Election Day, you will go to the poll in your district. We have a link to where you can vote out on our website, ballstatedaily.com.
Anna, thank you.
NewsLink Indiana is your election headquarters. We will have live team coverage from when the polls close to the latest results. So be sure to tune in November 7th at 9. The economic impact of a proposed hotel in the village is expected to bring thousands of people a year. Some existing businesses are optimistic about the new changes. Alex Almanza has a look at how the proposed redevelopment is bringing mixed reactions.
Right now, what you see behind me is absolutely nothing. This blank plot of land sits empty for now, but come back in a few years, in the year 2026, a proposed hotel will be the newest neighbor of the village's existing businesses. It's a project with a $60 million price tag, and it's got businesses within the village pretty optimistic.
I think it's just a smart idea. And of course, you had mentioned earlier about jobs. And the more jobs we get in town, the better town will get.
But some also have mixed emotions.
For many years, Ball State has pretended that the village was not there. They didn't want to have anything to do with this.
Ball State University's proposed Performing Arts Center and Hotel is said to be a game changer for the school's Department of Theater and Dance. In this September Board of Trustees presentation, it shows that the lot at University and McKinley Avenue is where that $60 million hotel and rooftop bar will go.
There are some spaces here that definitely could use an update. It is kind of iconic for families who've been here for so long to come back.
Moore describes his tabletop gaming business as more of a niche store. Meanwhile, Karen Fisher is the owner of the Art Mart down the street, and she's seen the village evolve for over 24 years.
I'm hopeful that what is being said is going to be done, will get done, and not a whole lot more. I don't want to see this area become nothing but housing.
And if university officials play the cards just right, it could mean more people through business doors. In Muncie, Alex Almanza, NewsLink, Indiana.
Now, the Ball State Project Design Committee has accepted the design as presented and will begin preparing construction documents. Now, today I had to break out the coat in the morning, but in the afternoon it was like 70 degrees. It was perfect.
Yes, it was perfect. We finally got that one taste before we have to put our jackets on and start bundling up for that Midwest weather.
Absolutely.
Yes. Now we're going to have it with Hunter for our look at weather.
Yeah, you actually might need a rain jacket tonight. Looking at the regional radar here, you can see that we are having some showers developed as well as those temperatures. It is 59 in Muncie. A little bit further south in Evansville, it is 64 degrees, so definitely a little bit warmer down there. But what do I have in store? Well, we'll eventually have a warm up on the way, but a rainy weekend as we do have 50s return for your Monday. I'll have that and much more in my full forecast.
Louisiana Representative Steve Scalise has won the House GOP nomination for Speaker. The final tally from the secret ballot vote was 113 for Scalise and 99 for Jim Jordan. Jordan had previously been endorsed by Speaker former President Donald Trump. The threshold to succeed was a simple majority of the conference, but for Scalise to formally become Speaker, he will need 217 votes, a majority of the entire chamber. With the Republicans' thin majority, Scalise will need the support of almost all GOP members. The House floor vote on the Speaker has yet to be scheduled.
Israel is ramping up airstrikes in Gaza as the war stretches into its fourth day. Last week, President Joe Biden stressed the U.S.'s support for Israel and called on Congress to help. But turmoil in the House of Representatives could derail efforts to send aid. As Jen Sullivan reports, without a speaker, the House is unable to vote on any legislation.
At night, the skies near Gaza lighting up as Israeli defense missiles target Palestinian rockets. The sound of sirens filling the air. During the day, streets submerged in smoke, rescue teams pulling out bodies from under rubble.
It's the forces of evil, the forces that want to take us back 500 years.
In Gaza alone, hundreds are dead and many more missing, including Americans. As tensions rise between Israel and Hamas, so does the fear from families wondering what's happened to missing loved ones, like Jacob Ben Sr., whose daughter Danielle has been missing since Friday.
You can't rest, you can't eat, you can't live, you can't breathe. My heart, it's on the floor.
The atrocities in Israel triggering global reaction.
This was an act of sheer evil.
On Tuesday, President Joe Biden calling on Congress to take immediate action, saying he wants to send ammunition and interceptors to help Israel fight Hamas.
We're going to make sure that Israel does not run out of these critical assets to defend its cities and its citizens.
But turmoil in the House of Representatives could hinder efforts to send help. Without a speaker, the House is unable to vote on any legislation, including aid packages.
We got to get 217 votes to go to the floor.
Tuesday, Representative Steve Scalise and Representative Jim Jordan laying out their reasons to be the next speaker. But without a clear frontrunner, the future for aid to Israel is unclear. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
More than 2,200 people have been killed in Israel. That includes 22 Americans.
The family of a 20-year-old New Jersey-born Israel soldier say they've been notified he was killed in the attack by the Hamas. Last night, the family of Israel-American citizen Itay Glisko was notified of his death in the attack. The Jewish Community Center in Tenafly, New Jersey, held a gathering to honor his memory and to pray for Israel. Family members say Glisko was taking care of wounded soldiers and, quote, fought like a lion to protect them during the Hamas attack. He is survived by his mother and father and 2 siblings.
More than 263,000 people have been displaced in Gaza during ongoing Israeli airstrikes. This, according to the United Nations Office for Coordination of Humanitarian, with the number they say expected to rise further. The figure represents more than 1 in 10 of the population in the densely populated area. Among those displaced, at least 175,486 people are seeking shelter in United Nations Relief and Works Agency schools, while about 3,000 people remain displaced due to previous escalations. This marks the highest number of internally displaced Palestinians since the 50-day escalation of hostilities in 2014, OCHA said. Coming up, who wants to be a billionaire? Billions of dollars are still up for grabs tonight as the Powerball continues to skyrocket.
And interest rates set to rise as well. What Fed officials are saying today.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud.
Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane. Woo! You got this.
What if you could feel in control of your retirement in just a few clicks? At aceyourretirement.org, you can. Start with a free 3-minute chat with Avo, your friendly digital retirement coach. Just answer some simple questions like, how do you feel about your ability to save for retirement? Or in how many years do you want to retire? To get free action items customized just for you, get your retirement back on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Welcome back. The Powerball jackpot has soared to an estimated $1.73 billion after no big winner was drawn Monday night. This marks the second largest prize in the lottery's history. The drawing drew more than 3.7 million winning tickets at lower prize levels, including a $2 million prize in Florida and 4 $1 million prizes in California, Indiana, Oregon, and Virginia. The next drawing is tonight at 10:59 p.m.
Another interest rate hike this year is likely, according to newly released minutes from the Federal Reserve September meeting. Most Fed officials said they believe another increase would be appropriate. They noted it depends on how inflation responds to the 11 hikes that have been seen since last March. For now, financial markets are counting on the Fed leaving interest rates alone in its November meeting, with the possibility of an increase in December.
President Biden is expected to unveil new actions to crack down on junk fees during an event at the White House today. According to a fact sheet shared ahead of the event, the Federal Trade Commission will unveil a proposed rule that would require businesses to disclose mandatory fees up front. It would also prevent a swath of businesses, including event ticketing providers and hotels, from levying unexpected service charges. Also, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau will take steps to prohibit banks and credit unions from charging consumers who want to check account balances.
And as we look at the radar here, you can see we're going to have some rain, and I'll have that in my full forecast.
Dear moms and dads, what you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, love you always.
Everything I do
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
In the society that we were brought up in,
is very hard on little black boys. You have to navigate feelings and emotions so the world don't get you.
Sometimes when I cry, I won't know how I'm feeling or why I'm crying.
I just grew up never feeling like it was okay to cry.
Yeah.
And so he really forced me to have to reconnect with the kid that didn't get to cry.
That's beautiful.
We don't cry, we gon' take our piece of the pie.
Welcome back. I am weather forecaster Hunter Luzader. Now, as we take a look at this regional radar here, you can see that we are developing some spotty rain showers in most of central Indiana. And as I zoom into our viewing area here, you can see we had some spotty showers earlier, but is currently dissipating, but will continue to pick up later on in the evening. As we look at the current temperatures here, it is 59 degrees in Muncie, 61 in Indianapolis, and further south in Evansville, it is 64 degrees, a little bit warmer down there, but again, that trend here, we are at least 9 degrees warmer than this time yesterday, but look at that in Bloomington, 18 degrees warmer. So we're looking at more of warmer nights than there has been the past few nights. As we look at tonight, like I mentioned, we'll have those spotty showers with a 70% chance of rain with a low of 51. Winds west-southwest at 10 miles per hour. So if you are going out, have that rain jacket or umbrella as we do have those spotty showers. And as I mentioned with the lows tonight, you can see most of the region in the 50s for our lows, except for Shelbyville and places like Kokomo, which it is 49 degrees. And as we head into tomorrow here, we'll have those rain showers dissipating for your morning commute. But look at that, you're going to end your day with a high of 75 degrees with partly cloudy conditions. So I would go outside and enjoy the weather as it is drying up tomorrow afternoon. But then we got another system in play coming up into Thursday here for your morning commute. We'll have some showers, but should dissipate as we go into a Thursday night. Our next one would be Friday here. Friday at 11 p.m. we'll have some heavier pockets, but for the kickoff for the Cardinals this Saturday, it looks like the rain will be out, but mostly cloudy conditions, but will again ramp back up for your evening, but dissipating by Sunday morning. As we look ahead for the 7-day outlook here, like I mentioned, cooler lows here. Look at 39 degrees for a low Friday night into Saturday. But as I take a step out here, you can see we will gradually warm up for your Monday. It will be 61 degrees on Monday, but maybe some spotty chances of rain heading into Tuesday and Wednesday with a high of 70.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to savoring the little bit of warm we have left without jackets on, because I'm not looking forward to 30-degree temps. Although I had to have a jacket this morning.
Yes.
We got to take it off.
I'm just waiting for perfect fall weather.
Yes.
Definitely.
Thank you so much, Hunter.
Thank you.
Now we're going to throw things over to Max Robson to see what's next in sports.
High school football draws closer to the postseason, and one Ball State sport strikes their best pose. All this and more next in sports.
Where did the time go? I don't know how I got here.
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
After retiring from the NFL, I've been able to spend a lot more time coaching my daughter's basketball teams. It's something I love to do. Through our games and our tournaments, we see all types of coaching, good and bad. And it begs the question, do we really know who's coaching our kids? Do they have the proper training and screening it would take for me to be comfortable with my daughters playing for that coach? Our Youth Basketball Association made the decision to use trusted coaches to screen and train all of our coaches. I'm a trusted coach. Are you?
Touchdown! Oh, did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that? I'm playing with these new face filters. Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back. No. Kevin!
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Max Robson with sports. Indiana high school football's regular season is approaching the finish line. As some teams rev up for the postseason on the road to state, NewsLink Indiana's Jace Miller caught up with the Delta Eagles to hear their game plan.
The IHSAA football regular season is coming to a close, while sectionals are right around the corner. The Class 3A Delta Eagles drew sectional 27 just a little over a week ago. In the first round, the 5-3 Eagles are set to square off against the 2-3 Norwell Knights.
I feel like we're playing our best football right now, and we're also playing against some of the hardest teams that we've seen all season. But that's just a test for how we're going to play in the sectional. And I know that we beat Norwell once already, but it's hard to beat a team twice. But I think we're ready to beat them again.
With high confidence, the Eagles are ready to take flight into the postseason. What has driven that level of confidence is Delta's back half of the schedule, as they have faced two of the more competitive Class 4A teams, with one more ahead this week in the New Palestine Dragons. Kickoff this week against the Dragons is set for 7:30 at home. Then next week, the Eagles fly over to Norwell High School for a 7 o'clock kickoff. In Muncie, Jace Miller, NewsLink Indiana.
It's media day for men's basketball, and the Cardinals have a new look this year with red jerseys, but also 8 new faces. Last season, the Cardinals went 20-12 and 11-7 in conference play, but ended their season with the first-round exit in the MAC tournament. Head coach Michael Lewis is looking to build off his first season in the red and white, but first, pictures. The cameras clicked for a few hours as the squad posed, eager to reach new heights, taking plenty of pictures, roaring in some videos, and taking to the mics. Some players even talked about their excitement for the upcoming year, their goals, and even for some, what it's going to be like playing in their home state.
That's the second reason why I came back, playing in front of my family and friends, being able to go home and get a home-cooked meal whenever I want. You know, my mom does my hair, so I see my family a lot now, so yeah, it's been fun.
Men's basketball looks to improve from last season as they tip off their exhibition season in Worthen Arena November 2nd against Rose Hulman. To keep it in Worthen, women's volleyball looks to fly past the Akron Zips on Thursday and Friday. Currently on a 7-game win streak, the Cardinals look to stay undefeated in the MAC as they turn their season around after a 2-8 start. As the Cards look to stay hot, redshirt freshman Anaya Kennedy looks to keep her own streak going after being awarded her second straight MAC Player of the Week. Kennedy looks to break 200 kills on the season this week after they zip past Akron and get ready for Tuesday against the Toledo Rockets. To pass it on over to the field, the Cardinals women's soccer also look to take on the Akron Zips tomorrow in Ohio. Following a dominant 5-0 win over Buffalo, forward Lexi Fraley and the squad look to extend the game to the 2-game win streak. With 2 goals each game last week against Buffalo and Kent State, the sophomore adds more trophies to her case with MAC Offensive Player of the Week award and Top Drawer Team of the Week forward honors. The squad looks to extend the streak to 3 before they return home to play against Ohio Bobcats on Sunday. So our volleyball team is 7-0 right now in the MAC, undefeated. I'm really looking forward to them, especially Anaya Kennedy.
Yes, as a freshman, that's so impressive as well.
Yeah, and I think Ball State might be becoming a volleyball school. I don't know what you think.
We have been a volleyball school for a very long time. Our men's volleyball team, our women's volleyball team as well, as we have Marie Plitt and Anaya as almost like a 1A, 1B type of players on the outside. Our setters are doing amazing on the inside. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's great for her. Thank you so much, Max.
Thank you.
Coming up, we'll take a look at Back in Time with the NewsLink Indiana Vault.
And we'll have a final look at your weather.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills. Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
Helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual. And she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you, and we'll figure it out.
Regardless of where you are on your path to retirement, you can still take charge of your financial future today. Visit aceyourretirement.org and answer a few questions from Avo, your friendly digital retirement coach, for free tips, resources, and advice customized for your situation to help you feel confident and prepared for retirement. Retirement looks different for everyone. Make sure you're prepared for your financial future at aceyourretirement.org.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back. It's often said if you put your mind to something, you can accomplish anything. In this story from the NewsLink Indiana Vault, we learn about one boy's previous battle in the classroom and future in the ring.
Hope, desire, dedication.
I always wanted to box when I was little, so when my chance came, I took it.
13-year-old Stephen Perry started boxing a year and a half ago.
Before boxing, Stephen's grades were suffering. Now he's learning that getting good grades in the classroom and in the ring go hand in hand.
He was not one of the better students at school, and the reason why he's able to participate in boxing is because his grades have improved.
When Perry couldn't box because of his grades,
I was sad and disappointed in myself.
he decided to make a change.
I came back to the gym to improve my attitude.
And now it's time to prepare for the state's Golden Gloves.
We push him hard to be a good fighter, and he is. He's one of the top young boxers in the United States.
Coach Rodney Cummings knows how far to push. He's a previous Golden Gloves champ himself, and his reason for setting up this program?
It's an opportunity to try to get back into it, help some kids who maybe need a little mentoring in their life like I did when I was that age.
After preparing mentally and physically for the Golden Gloves, Stephen is ready for the fight.
Round 1. Perry starts the fight with a block on his opponent and corners him later for an end to the round.
He's gonna quit. He's so ready to quit.
In round 2, Perry receives his second penalty for language after a holding call was not called, but he still lands a flurry of blows. Round 3 was non-existent as the blue corner throws in the towel for an easy win for Perry.
It's going good.
How you feel you just won?
Yeah, I feel excellent.
One word to describe the fight?
Intense.
And an experience that had him walking away with a trophy and a smile on his face.
Such a great story there from
Yes.
2006. It would be interesting to see where he's at today.
It would be, and it's just so awesome to see that correlation with sports and education-wise.
Yes.
We're going to have a final look at your weather with Hunter.
Yeah, we're looking at a really nice weekend in temperatures, but again, we might have those spotty rain showers for the football game. So I'm crossing my fingers that we will have dry conditions, but we will have much cooler and warmer temperatures with lows at least for the next few days.
Thank you so much, Hunter. That's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night.